Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to look at the Lost Caverns of Ixalan inside the set booster box form. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open, see what kind of value we can find, run the full MTG Box Analysis, and compare this to the previous set booster box that we opened up on the channel. So unlike the draft booster box that we opened up earlier in the week, we're going to see more than just Ixalan in here. We're going to see some Jurassic World. We're going to see, hopefully, a special guest or two. And we're going to see some cards from the Commander subset. So let's just go ahead and pop out our 30 packs. Oh, yeah, and don't forget about art cards and cards from the list. We'll get to our box topper at some point during the video. These were printed in Japan, so they do have bull tabs, so we'll go ahead and utilize that and save ourselves some time. All right, so right off rip, we're going to go ahead and see ourselves a Royal Trooper coming in from Battle Bond. Then we're going to see ourselves a Grasping Shadows in foil, followed by an Aklata's Deepest Betrayal coming in. This is going to be a pretty decent mythic hit for us. And then right behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Jurassic Forest. And then we're going to see Del Prezito with a Forgotten Monument, Vanguard of the Rose, Bitter Triumph, Buried Treasure, a Daring Discovery, a Sunfire Torch, a Rumbling Rock Slide, a Forest, and a non-signed art card. All right, so fantastic. That was actually a pretty decent pack number one, seeing a Jurassic Land, a Mythic card from the list, and we even got to see an uncommon valued over $1. All right, so we're going to be treated to a special guest here. So we got ourselves a Metadross Vampire coming in off of the special guest. Very cool to see that. Not exactly a high value special guest, but a special guest nonetheless. Awesome. Then we've got ourselves a Brackish Blunder, followed by a Restless Reef. Then we're going to go ahead and see Firstborn of Kashaw, followed by a Thrashing Brontodon, Waterlog Hulk. Then we've got ourselves a Canonized in Blood, followed by Del Prezito with a Malicious Eclipse, Envoy of Okini Ahu, followed by a Natali's Favor, a Haughtie's Final Strike, a Full Art Swamp, and a non-signed art card in the back. All right, let me get my pile straightened out here. We're going to go ahead and put our special guest up top. We're going to separate rares and mythics so that way you all can see them. And we'll just keep our foils, our list, and our art cards over there. All right, sliding into pack number 3 here. We're going to go ahead and see a mini game, or what I like to call a non-token token. Then we're going to see ourselves Mephitic Draught coming in foil, with a Hulking Raptor coming in as our rare, a little bit of value there, followed by a Jurassic Mountain. Then we're going to see a Jade Seedstones with a Staunch Crewmate, Swashbuckler's Whip. We're going to see Captain Storm Cosmium Raider with a Cartographer's Companion, a Compass Gnome, followed by a Hotfoot Gnome, Tinker's Tote. Then we're going to see a Captivating Cave and a non-signed art card in the back there with a dog holding a hand, I think. All right, sliding into pack number 4. This time we're going to see just a regular old token. It's going to be a Merfolk token. Then we're going to see ourselves a Malmet Scythe coming in as our foil, with a Subterranean Schooner coming in as our rare, followed by a Visage of Dread, Ruin Lurker Bat, with a Deep Cavern Bat, Soul Coil Viper, followed by an Orska Puzzle Door. Then we've got the Volatile Wanderglyph, followed by an Oltec Archaeologist, an Oltec Cloud Guard, Deconstruction Hammer, with a Hidden Nursery, and another non-signed art card. All right, sliding into our next pack, we're going to see our first blank card of the box. And then we're going to see the Swashbuckler's Whip coming in as our foil, with a Restless Vents coming in from the land cycle, with an Inverted Iceberg, Stinging Cave Crawler, Chupacabra Echo, an Abyssal Gore Stalker with an Abrade. Then we get a Disruptor Wanderglyph, Cogwork Wrestler with an Ancestral Reminiscence, Family Reunion. Then we're going to see ourselves a Foil Mountain in the back, and Shihili in non-signed art form. All right, so now that we got a feel for these, let's just go ahead and kind of jump to the rares, skip a lot of the commons and uncommons, and just kind of see how quickly we can get through this box. So we got a Treasure, followed by a Song of Superfiction, followed by an O'Hare Pakpatik Deepest Epic coming in Mythic. Very nice. Following that, we're going to see the Landmark, and a non-signed art card. I do want to call out the art cards, not because they have any value, but because I want to shout out the artists who illustrate our game. So we got ourselves a map token, followed by a Cavern Stomper in foil, and then we're going to see an Inti Sensual of the Sun coming in, a rare. Does hold a little bit of value for us. And then we've got an Idol of the Deep King, and in the back we're going to see a non-signed art card. All right, we're going to get another card off of the list here. And it is going to be a Brain Weevil coming in. Very nice. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Daring Discovery in foil, followed by a Restless Ridgeline, continuing the land cycle with a Restless Reef in borderless. Then we're going to see ourselves a Grasping Shadows, and we are going to see a signed art card in the back. This is going to be Walk with Ancestors by Loic Convagia. Thank you very much for illustrating that card. All right, next pack up. All right, so we got the Bat token, followed by Hurl into History in foil with a Sanguine Evangelist coming in as our first rare. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Capricati Sunborn and another non-signed art card in the back. And just kind of thumb through those. Nothing of value back there. All right, so this one kicks off with a Jurassic Treasure token, followed by a Tinker's Tote. Then we're going to see the Belligerent coming in as our rare, followed by a Master Guide Mural. And we're going to see a Hidden Nursery in foil in the back. And another non-signed art card. All right, this one kicks off with a Clue token, followed by Burning Sun's Cavalry in foil with a Kite Sail Larcenist as our rare. Then we're going to see the Great Mistake. And that will do it. And another non-signed art card in the back. All right, this one starts off with a Golem. Then we're going to see a Capricati Sunborn coming in Showcase, followed by a Poetic Ingenuity as our rare. And then we are going to see a Mythic First of the Blessed coming in from the Commander subset. And we're going to see a Visage of Dread, no Jurassic Park cards, Full Art Island, and get a load of that. That is some cool artwork right there. I'm going to feature, that is Benny Rollman with Bloodletter of Alcatraz. If that was signed, I would actually care about that. All right, another list hit. All right, from Adventures of Forgotten Realms, we're going to see a Rust Monster, followed by Pathfinding Axejaw in foil, and then we're going to see ourselves a Warden of the Inner Sky, followed by an Idol of the Deep King, no Jurassic World cards, and another non-signed art card. All right, this one just has a regular old dinosaur token, followed by a Petrify in foil, and then we're going to see a Bloodletter of Alcatraz coming in. Very cool to see that. This card is going to hold significant value for us. It is valued over $10. And then right behind that, we're going to see a rare coming in from Commander. This is going to be Xavier Sal Infested Captain. Very nice. And then we're going to see a Belligerent Yearling in borderless. And that'll do it. And in the back, we're going to see ourselves another non-signed art card. All right, let me go ahead and just take a second and clean up some piles here. All right, next pack in. We're going to see a Spirit token, followed by a C-Note Scout coming in foil with a Queen's Bay Paladin as our main set rare. And then we're going to see ourselves a Zoya Lava Tongue. And that'll do it for that pack. And we are going to see a Foil Forest in the back with another non-signed art card. All right, so we got ourselves a gnome here, followed by a primordial gnar in foil with 1,000 moon smithy as our main set rare. Then we got a clayfire bricks, followed by another hidden nursery in foil with another non-signed art card in the back. All right, so we got ourselves a dinosaur here with a Water Wind Scout. And then we're going to see Throne of the Grim Captain coming in as our rare, and our only rare. Then we're going to see the Jade Seed Stones. And that'll do it. Oh, we do get one more signed art card. Go ahead and show that off real quick. So this is going to be Curator of Sun's Creation by Javier Charo. Thank you very much, Javier, for illustrating that. So out of the draft, the set, and the collector boxes, I gotta say, draft was pretty disappointing. The set boxes have not been stellar, and the collector boxes have been pretty darn good. So if I were to recommend a product, which I don't do, I would probably go with collector, in my opinion. So we got ourselves a Deep Goblin Skull Talker, followed by a Deep Root Pilgrimage coming in as our main set rare. Then we're going to see a Lodestone Needle. And one more non-signed art card in the back. All right, 2 packs to go in this stack. And then we'll jump into our very last stack. But before that, we're going to see a card off of the list. This is going to be a Warped Landscape coming in from Commander 2018. And then we're going to see our Geological Appraiser, followed by a Dire Flail. And then we're going to see Twists and Turns. And that'll do it. And there's the Deepest Foundation in non-signed art form. Last pack in stack number 2. Got ourselves a Bat, followed by a Quintoris Cond Mythic coming in as a foil. This is going to be a pretty good hit for us, so we'll go ahead and put that in the top spot. And then we're going to see ourselves a Restless Anchorage as our main set rare. And then we're going to see a Shihili Sun's Brilliance Mythic. All right, so a triple rare pack there. Then we're going to see Nikazal coming in a showcase. And that'll do it. And there's Tishana's Tidebinder, I believe. Nope, that's Roar of the Fifth People. I thought it was Tishana's Tidebinder in art form. All right, moving into the last stack of packs. What's your opinion? Have you had luck with set boosters, or is it just collectors? All right, so we're going to see Abuelo Ancestral Echo coming in as a foil rare, followed by Breach's Eager Pillager coming in as a non-foil rare. Then we're going to see Shihili's Lattice and a Hidden Courtyard in the back with another non-signed art card. All right, this one's going to kick off with a blank, followed by a foil Cavern of Souls. All right, maybe I take it back. These set booster boxes are pretty darn good. All right, there we go. The best card you can get from the set, and we just pulled it in foil. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves an Intrepid Paleontologist. And then we're just going to see a Rampaging Ceratops with the Seething Tower. And some more commons and uncommons. And a non-signed art card. Wow, that is awesome. All right, so this set booster box is actually doing pretty darn good. I wish we had a better special guest, but maybe we'll see a second one. So we got a Spined Fluke coming in from Urza's with a Ray of Ruin in foil, followed by a Get Lost. And then we're going to see ourselves the Stone Tree. And that'll do it for that pack, and one more non-signed art card. All right, so we got ourselves some Treasure, followed by a Brazen Blade Master. Then we're going to see ourselves a Treasure Map, followed by a Dowsing Device. And there's Spelunking. That's going to be an uncommon valued over $1. And our art card is non-signed. All right, so we got ourselves a Golem, followed by Del Prezito coming in foil, And then we're going to see Camille the Inner Sun. This is going to be another really good hit for us. Running out of room up top. Then we got a Malmut Exemplar. And no Jurassic Park card. And one more non-signed R card. By the way, running out of room at the very top, that's okay by me. All right, so we got the punch card, followed by a rampaging Spiketail. And then we're going to see the Quintoris Con coming in non-foil. Very cool to see that. Then we got ourselves a Jurassic Plains, followed by an illustrious Wanderglyph coming from Commander. This is actually going to be a decent hit for us. And then we're going to see the Tithing Blade. And another non-signed R card. All right, I think we're down to 4 packs. Oh, we've got a list hit here. We've got an Eldrazi Conscription coming in as a rare off of the list. Very cool. And then behind that, we're going to see an Acrobatic Leap in foil, followed by a Sunken Citadel. And then we're going to see the Sithclaw Raptor. And a non-signed R card in the back. All right, we are down to 3 packs in the home stretch. All right, we got a mini game, followed by a Skullcap Snail. Then we're going to see Bringer of the Last Gift, followed by Captain Storm. And that'll do it. And in the back, one more non-signed R card. All right, we're going to see one more list hit. It is going to be a Famished Paladin coming in from Rivals of Ixalan. And behind that, we're going to see a Confounding Riddle with a Pugnacious Hammerskull coming in as our main set rare. And then we're going to see the Sunbird Standard and a Hidden Necropolis in foil. And we are going to get a Mischievous Pup coming in by Devin Platz as a signed R card. Thank you very much, Devin. All right, final set booster pack. All right, no list card, no special guest. We do have a Vampire Demon, followed by a Lodestone Needle in foil, and then we're going to see a Trumpeting Carnosaur coming in as our rare, and then we're going to see a Spring-Loaded Sawblades, Contested Game Ball, Mischievous Pup, with a Market Gnome, Thrashing Brontodon, Triumphant Chomp, Mineshaft Spider, Child of the Volcano, Frilled Caveworm with a Hidden Nursery, and one more non-signed R card. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Now, I know you guys are eagle eyes and you caught this, but I forgot the box topper because it was underneath a pile of wrappers. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open, see our last card. It'll be a non-foil card from the Commander subset, and let's see what we get. Some of these do turn out to be somewhat valuable. None of them are Caverns of Souls in foil, but they do potentially hold some value. So let's see what we get. So we are going to see an Archomancer's Map coming in as a rare from the Commander subset. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the MTG box analysis. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. We saw 302 standard frame cards in non-foil from the main set and 35 in foil. We also picked up 9 showcase cards in non-foil and a single card in foil. And finally, we saw 6 non-foil borderless cards from the main set. From the Commander subset, we saw 4 cards, including our box topper, and we also picked up 3 cards from the Jurassic World subset and a single non-foil special guest. Moving into coverage of the main set, in the non-foil space, we saw 250 unique cards from the 352 cards we were eligible to see, giving us 71% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in red with 88% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 35 unique cards, giving us 10% coverage of the 352 cards we were eligible to see. This time around, our highest coverage was in black with 16% coverage. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw every single common and 99% of the uncommons we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also saw 26 of the 90 rares for 29% coverage and 6 non-foil mythics for 14% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 19% of the commons and 9% of the uncommons, along with a single foil rare for 1% coverage and 2 foil mythics for 5% coverage. From a duplication standpoint, this box contains 67 cards repeated 70 times for a box duplication rate of 20%. Now, before we get into the value of today's set booster box, let's take a look at the current value of the main set. This chart displays all 352 cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set that you can pull from a set booster pack using non-foil market prices as of December 12, 2023. Believe it or not, there's been quite a bit of change since we cracked open the draft box just a few days ago. The set still features 16 cards valued over $10, however there are now only 5 standard frame cards over $15. The set still contains 7 cards valued between $5 and $10, and now sits at 44 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 285 cards are currently valued under $1. A full set of all 352 cards has a current market value of $426.93, which is down about $30 just in the last few days. Now let's recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foil space. In today's box, we saw 2 cards valued over $10, with the bloodletter of Aclazotz having the current market value of $13.50, and Camille, the Inner Sun, being valued at $15.24. We didn't see any of the 7 cards in the $5 to $10 range, but we did pick up 16 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 299 main set non-foils in the box are currently valued under $1. In the foil space, we struck gold, pulling the number 1 standard frame card that we could have seen, which was the Caverns of Souls, currently valued at $30.42. We didn't see any of the cards valued between $5 and $10, but we did pick up the Quintor's Cond valued at $4.47 in the next dollar range category. The remaining 34 foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. From the Commander subset, we saw 2 decent hits. We saw the Illustrious Wanderglyph valued at $7.16, and our box topper, the Archomancer's Map, valued at $8.17. From the Jurassic World collection, we picked up 3 basic lands valued between $1 and $3 apiece, and replacing 7 of our tokens were cards from the list. The only card of note here was the Eldrazi Conscription from Ultimate Masters, valued at $8.21. Our special guest turned out to be a rare Mephidros Vampire, which has a current market value of $2.75. Including all of the subsets, this box contained 33 rares and 9 mythics in 30 packs. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of December 12th is $123.42. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan set booster box that we opened today contained 30 packs with 12 cards each, allowing us to see 360 cards plus a box topper, tokens, and art cards. The 27 non-signed and 3 signed art cards have a total market value of $7.64. The 19 tokens that we pulled have a current market value of $3.19. The 7 list cards have a combined value of $9.30, and our 4 commander cards are valued at $16.91. The 3 Jurassic World basic lands are valued at $6.03, and our special guest was valued at $2.75. The 353 main set cards that we pulled are valued at $123.55 combined. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $169.33 in card market value, which is a gain of $45.91 over the market price for the box, and means that this box returned 137% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 14 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $107.65, which means that those 14 cards represent 64% of the total box value and 87% of the market price. When considering draft or set boxes for Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I have to say the set booster boxes have consistently produced more value than the draft boxes. This is primarily because of their eligibility for the subsets like Commander, Jurassic World, and the list. And since the price difference between the two is right now less than $5, I'll be purchasing set boxes of Ixalan over draft boxes in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.